Hello, everybody, and welcome to this flow practice. We'll need a yoga strap for today's class, as well as 2 yoga blocks. We'll get started laying down on our backs. Make yourself comfortable. As you lay down, bend your knees and place the soles of the feet on the floor, a little bit wider than hip width. Spread your arms out to the sides, palms on the ground, so arms are out like a T. And take a long breath in. And as you exhale, windshield wiper your knees to the left, keeping the feet wide apart. Inhale across center, leading with the right leg. And exhale to the other side, allowing that left hip to come up. And then continue going side to side at your own pace. Stretching into the hips, belly. You might also feel a stretch along the inner legs as you lead with one knee. Camera 2. Camera 2. Then bring both knees towards the right side and pause there. Place your right ankle on the outside of your left leg, on the outer thigh, and make little movements, lifting the right knee a few inches and then aiming it down towards the floor, massaging the right hip. This can also affect the stretch around the outer left hip. A few more deep breaths. Try to lengthen the belly. Abdomen can be relaxed. And if you know the abdominal vacuum, Uddiyana Kriya, you could also incorporate that at this time. And then switching sides, take the feet wide again. Both knees to the left and hook the left ankle on the outer right thigh, lifting and lowering the left knee to massage the hip. Camera 2. And then come back to center and place your feet on the mat, keeping the knees bent. Take your right leg up to the sky and we'll place a strap around the right foot. I recommend placing it around the ball of your foot so you can pull back and flex the toes towards the shin. That's going to help lengthen more into the back of the calf. You may or may not feel a hamstring stretch. Explore engaging the front of the thigh to straighten the leg. Okay, now if that right leg is easily straightened, go ahead and straighten your left leg onto the ground. Otherwise, explore keeping the left knee bent. And with an exhale, bring your leg out to the right side. And as you inhale, come back to the center. And repeat that. Exhale to the right. Try to keep your left buttock on the ground. Inhale back to the center. A few more to go. Camera 1. And start to make some bigger circles with that leg. Give the rope a little bit of slack and try pulling back as you go to the right and give it some slack as you come across to the left. So you're drawing a giant circle on the ceiling. And then bring that leg across towards the left side and take the strap with the left hand, spinal twist. Bring your legs over to the left, pulling back on the strap. And then try pushing your foot out against the strap, creating some resistance against the arm. You can also explore engaging the glutes, the buttocks of the right leg, rolling the hip outwards. You might feel a bit more space around the side body as you do that. A few more deep breaths. For those of you with both legs straight, push down through the outer edge of your left foot. So you're really activating the hips, turning the heart to the sky. And then come back to the center, keeping the right leg up. Hold the strap with the right hand. We'll take 5 more breaths in the center. Option 1, keep your head rested. Option 2, tuck your chin, point your foot, and with an exhale, bow the head towards your knee. Now you can point your foot and press the leg against the strap to fire up the hamstrings, and that's going to help you move from the core and the strength of the hamstring to come up a little bit more. And on your next inhale, relax the head down. And then we'll take the left leg up to the sky, strap around the ball of the foot. Pulling back on the strap, flex toes to shin. Contract the quads to help straighten the leg. And you might explore straightening your right leg onto the floor at the same time. And take a few more breaths. Camera 2. On your next exhale, open to the left, keeping the right buttock on the floor, root the heel. Inhale, come back to center. And repeat 5 times. Exhale to the left, engaging glutes and core to stabilize the pose. Inhale, center. 3 more to go. Now give it some slack and start to make some big circles with that leg. Coming halfway across to the right, and then pull back to the left. Camera 1. And then taking the strap with the right hand, pull back, bringing the leg over to the right, spinal twist. And find that little balance of opposing action. So we're pulling back with the arm while pressing out through the foot. You can also explore engaging the left buttock to turn the hip outwards and create more space up the left side body. And if the bottom leg is straight, actively push the outer edge of that foot into the ground. And that's going to have the effect of activating the abductors of that right hip to really turn on the pose. And these are the same muscles we use when we're balancing on one leg. Camera 2. And slowly come back to center. Take the strap with the left hand again. Option 1, keep the head rested on the floor, gently pulling back with your left arm. Option 2, point the foot to engage the hamstrings, engage your abdominals, and then try bowing the head towards the knee. In that variation, you can press your thigh further forward towards vertical, and then come up. And with an inhale, relax the head down. And exhale, let go of the strap. Hug your right knee in towards the right shoulder. Give it a good squeeze. And then turning that hip outwards, draw it further out to the right. And straighten your left leg onto the mat. Half happy baby, press your right foot up towards the sky. You can bend both knees. We'll open up that right knee more than 90 degrees. Hold the shin, the foot, or take a strap. And then gently pull back, drawing the knee outside the rib cage. And you're welcome to explore lifting the head and shoulders as well. Just working with one leg at a time here. The left foot can rest on the floor with that left knee bent, or you can try to straighten the left leg for more of a challenge if you need it. And with an inhale, relax your head down. And then bring your right ankle to the outside of your left knee, spinal twist. And exhale, both knees to the left, using your left hand to pull down on the thigh. Option 1, stay there. Option 2, dynamically straighten your top leg and bend it again while pulling back with the arm. Camera 1. And coming back to center. Switch sides, drawing the left knee to the shoulder. And pausing there, straighten the right leg onto the mat for a few breaths. Just squeezing that knee, moving towards deflection. And try pressing that knee a little further out to the left, engaging the glute. That can have the effect of relaxing the left hip flexors. And then bending both knees, half happy baby. Lift the left ankle towards the sky, holding the foot, ankle, or strap. And then gently pull back with your arms, drawing the knee to the outside of the rib cage, towards the floor. And feel free to lift the head and shoulders. There's also the option to explore straightening that right leg for more of a challenge. And relax the head down. Take the left ankle outside of your right leg. Exhale, spinal twist. Lower the knees towards the right. Camera 2. Either keeping that top knee bent or explore dynamic movement again, straightening the leg, and then rebending the knee. About 5 more breaths. And slowly come back to center. Bend your knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor about hip width, just in front of the sit bones. And start with your arms by your sides, palms down. Inhaling, reach the arms over the head towards the back of your mat. Long exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, lower the arms down. And exhale, come down vertebra by vertebra. Again, inhale, reach the arms back. Long exhale, lifting the hips up. Camera one. Inhale, lowering the arms down. Exhale, lowering through the vertebra. And repeat a few more at your own rhythm. Inhaling to reach back. Exhaling to lift the hips. Really stretch the breath to empty and try to find those little pauses at the ends of your movements. Inhale, lowers the arms. Exhale, lower the spine. And if you're familiar with incorporating breath retention in Uddiyana Bandha, or Kriya as it's sometimes called, you can do that. It starts the same way, reaching back on the inhale. And then same action on the exhale to lift the hips. And then once you're totally empty, it's a little different. So empty of air, hold the breath, lock your throat, swallowing the saliva, and try to relax your belly. If you know how to do the vacuum, go for it, and come down vertebra by vertebra, empty of air. As the hips come down, quickly lower your arms, resting breath in. And I'll talk that through again, resting breath out. On your inhale, raise the arms, reach back. Long exhale, lift the hips. End of the exhale, totally empty, holding the breath. Camera two. Abdominal vacuum if you know it. Come down vertebra by vertebra without breathing. Quickly lower your arms and take a breath in. And long breath out. That's great. Supported bridge. Lift your hips up and take a yoga block underneath your sacrum. Camera two. So that's the triangular bone around the back of the pant line, top of the buttock area. Go vertically across that space, horizontally. And with the sacrum supported, roll your shoulders back into the earth, just like you would for a normal bridge. And then bring your legs all the way together, keeping the knees bent. Inhale, right leg straight up to the sky. And pause for a few breaths, straightening that leg as much as you can while rooting the sacrum down. And you can make some movement with the ankle, turning in one direction and then the other. Now as you exhale, keep the right leg straight. Lower the leg to hover just above ground, pointing your foot. And inhale, bring it up. And repeat. Exhale, point the foot, keep the leg straight. Hover or lightly touch down the heel. Inhale, come up. Extra challenge, bring both legs up to the sky, and then right leg hovers, left leg stays still. So it's more like training full split Hanumasana. Tapping the right heel slow, intend the left leg in the opposing direction. Again, if that's too much, go ahead and repeat that previous variation with the left foot down. A few more times. As the right leg hovers, try squeezing the inner thigh muscles, awakening the inner legs, which is a direct connection to the pelvic floor, the floor of the core. And next time we hover that right leg, we'll pause for 3 breaths. Squeeze the inner thighs. It's 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, bring the leg up. And exhale, bend the knees and lower the feet. Left leg up on an inhalation. And we'll pause for a few breaths. Try to straighten that leg, and you can make some movement with the ankle. Camera 1. And on your next exhale, keep the legs straight, point the foot, hover or tap the heel. And on the inhale, come all the way up. And again, exhale, tapping or hovering, core active. Inhale, come up, and repeat. Extra challenge, both legs up, and then only lower the left leg, keeping the right leg still. So to keep that right leg still, you're going to really activate your right hip flexors. If this was a standing pose, it would be like tearing the mat apart with your feet. So you get the buttock of the left leg and the hip flexor of the right leg. A few more to go. Using the support of the core to help support the hip joint. And then lowering the left leg to hover, we'll pause there. Squeeze the inner thighs. 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, breathing into an engaged abdomen. And 3, both legs up on an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees and lower the feet. And go ahead and straighten your legs out towards the front corners of the mat. Taking the feet as wide as the mat, turn the hips out. And you might explore tensioning the core a little bit. Maybe you engage the glutes for a moment. Maybe you can relax all those connections and just be there. You might feel a nice stretch through the belly, potentially through the fronts of the hips. Camera 2. Then bending your knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor. Coming back to a bridge position with the legs parallel. Inhaling, lift the hips, and hold full bridge for a few breaths. Remove the yoga block. You can either grab the sides of your mat with your hands or interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. As the hips lift, turn on the hamstrings by pushing your heels towards your shoulders. Legs are strong and parallel. And on the exhale, come all the way down onto your back. Windshield wiper the legs side to side, spreading the arms like wings, just like we did at the start of practice. And as the knees go one way, turn the head the opposite way. Knees right, look left, and vice versa. If you prefer to keep things mellow today, that's cool. Stick with this variation. Extra challenge is going to be moving from the core. We bring the legs together, bend the knees. With your arms out to the sides, plant your palms, and then use the abdominals to draw the knees in towards your chest. As you exhale, bring the knees towards your right arm. Look over the left, keeping the legs together. Inhale through center, knees to chest. Exhale, other side, look to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees right. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees left. Keep on going at your own rhythm. And you can think about letting the thighs go away from the belly quite a bit as you go off to the side. As you pass through the center, that's where you can pull the knees in towards the chest. Camera 1. Then bring both knees towards the right side. We'll pause there for a few breaths. Try to keep your legs together, hovering just above ground. Look over the other shoulder. Extra challenge, try to straighten the legs while keeping them hovered. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Back through center. Knees left, look right. And we'll pause for a few breaths again. Option to straighten the legs for an extra challenge. 1, 2, 3, back to center, and draw the knees to your shoulders, relax and lengthen the belly, Draw the knees wide apart. You can explore drawing the knees closer to your shoulders, lifting the sacrum off the floor. And then draw the thighs away from the belly, pressing the sacrum down. Slow, dynamic movement. Crossing the ankles, hold behind your knees, and roll forward and back along the length of your spine. And then come all the way up, and we'll take the hands to the front of the mat, come into a ragdoll position with the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Bend your knees, let your torso hang loose, and hold on to opposite elbows, swaying from side to side. And start with knees bent. And as you lean your heart over your right knee, try to straighten the other leg, and vice versa. If you're feeling really loose, you can try straightening both legs, see how it feels. And keep breathing deeply through your nose. And letting go of the elbows, bend your knees more, tuck the chin. On a long inhale, slowly roll up to standing, vertebra by vertebra. And we'll meet in mountain pose with the feet about parallel. They could be together or apart. With an inhale breath, spread the arms like wings. Palms face each other at the top. Exhale, fold forward, taking the hands to your shins, or touch the floor past your feet, bowing the head in. Inhale, roll up halfway, lengthen the belly, look up. Exhale, fold again, bowing the head in. Inhale, spread the arms and rise up, slowly straightening your legs. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. And again. Inhale, spread the arms, shoulders forward as you reach up. Exhale, fold forward, bending the knees to help keep the back straight. And about halfway down, round your back as much as you're comfortable. Inhale, lift the heart halfway, look up. Exhale, contract the front of the thighs, bow in, pull with the arms a little. Slight bend of the knees, inhale, rise up, slowly straightening the legs. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. Last one. Inhale, raise the arms up. Lifting and spreading toes. Exhale, fold. Quadriceps contracting. Bow the head in. Inhale, half lift. Feel free to straighten the legs there. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a little. And then rise up with heavy heels, inhaling. Come all the way up. Exhale, arms at sides. Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Knees bent or straight. Half lift, inhale, head comes up. Exhale, step plank. Take a breath in. Chaturanga on the exhale, leading with the heart. You can lower the knees and the hips down. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog or puppy dog. 5 deep breaths. So you can adapt it to your needs today. You can always come back to a more restful position. If you're in downward dog, you're pushing your hips back. Consider bending the knees to find neutral spine. Fingers spreading wide, palms pushed forwards, helping to broaden across the collarbones. On a long inhalation, raise the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees to hover, look forward, step or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms overhead, strengthen the back of the legs. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. Inhale, raise the arms again. Exhale, forward fold. Camera 2. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Hold it for a breath again. Low plank on the exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. And breathe. Explore wagging the tail side to side, stretching the sides of the spine. You might feel that stretch going from your hip, through the ribs, all the way up to the armpit. And coming into your down dog, push the hips back. Take a long breath in to lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees to hover again, look forwards. Step or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, head to knees. Camera 1. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, coming all the way up. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. Last one. Inhale, raising the arms. Exhale, hinge from the hip, and then round the spine at the end. Inhale to look up. Exhale, plank. Same exhale, down slow, stretching the breath. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. And we'll explore wavy dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your heels and round forward into plank. As you inhale, lift the chin, push back to down dog. And again, exhale, tuck the chin, high plank, shoulder blades spreading. Inhale, lift the chin, downward facing dog. Option 2, take it from plank to up dog on your exhale. It's a little more challenging. And then inhale to down dog. A few more times. Exhale, plank to up dog option. Inhale, down dog. Last one. Exhale, curling forward. Inhale, down dog. On your next exhale, bend the knees to hover, look thumbs. Step or jump. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, come all the way up. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. You could have your feet together or apart. Inhale, right arm up, grabbing that right wrist. Exhale, side bend, hips out to the right, reach to the left, and breathe. Rooting the heels, turn your heart to the sky. You can squeeze in the top wrist and allow that right shoulder blade to lift up towards the ear. Engaging through the right side of the core, slowly come up. Grabbing that left wrist, take a breath in. As you exhale, side bend the other way, hips out to the left, reaching over to the right. Moving from the sides of the core, come all the way up. And take a breath in. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Feel free to take a strap in between your hands, a little bit less than shoulder width. And as you squeeze the blades, take an inhale to pull the hands away from the spine. Lift the heart and look up. Exhale, fold, bending the knees. If you're feeling really loose, you can straighten the legs. 5 deep breaths. Camera 2. For those of you with straight legs, think of the foot as a tripod. We tend to lean back through the heels. So try to come forward just a little bit into the balls of the feet. And then lean back again. Notice that change of tone. Maybe you can feel the back of the calf contracting a bit as you come forward more towards the toes. On your next exhale, bend your knees, and with heavy heels, inhale, come up. Straighten the legs, pull through the arms, and lift the chin. Exhale, letting go, set the strap aside. And you may want to have a yoga block near the front right corner of the mat, and a second one near the left side. Camera 1. We'll meet back in mountain pose, taking the hands together. Slow breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, get low. Inhale, sit higher with heavy heels, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. Inhale, half lift, plank or crow. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. With an inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, tap big toe to left heel. Inhale, swing the leg up, point the foot. Exhale, tap the left heel again. 3 more to go. And feel free to make it nice and quick. You could do 6 instead of 3 if you want. This is a warm-up I do when I'm less patient on my own time. All right, one more lift. With your exhale, step right foot forward, lunging on left toes, feet hip width. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, tip forward over your right leg and bring the arms back. Inhale, rise up again. Exhale, tipping forward, heavy on the heel. 3 more to go. And last one. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn the back foot flat, left foot towards the side. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm reaching up. Exhale, the triangle pose, Trikonasana. You can take the right hand to the shin or a yoga block underneath your hand, left arm up to the sky. So this is like that wider Iyengar style triangle. A block is your best friend in this one, unless you have long arms like me, coupled with long hamstrings. Think of pushing through that right hand and tensioning the right side of the core. Maybe you can feel some length through the left side. Bending your front knee. Inhale up to warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the arms. Take your left hand to the floor, lunging on back toes. Right arm up to the sky. Option 2, go onto the outer edges of your feet, aiming all your toes to the right. And explore making circles with that top shoulder. Take your right hand to the floor, lunge on left toes, and slide the left foot back a little bit. Lower the left knee down, and you can take your forearms to yoga blocks or to the floor, elbows underneath your shoulders for gecko lunge. Camera 2. Pressing through the forearms, spread your shoulder blades, and then we'll turn on the pose by straightening the back leg and lifting the back knee. And from there you can play with reaching back through your left heel, moving back in space, and then pressing off your left toes to go forward. Really great exercise for the left foot. You may also find that as you reach back through that left heel, you're challenging the range of motion more around your right hip. So reach back through that left heel and hold the posture. 5 last breath. 1, strong in the core, shoulders away from ears. 2, forearms rooting. 3, 4, and 5. Lower your left knee, and you could take your hands to the floor or the yoga blocks. Tip forward for just a moment with your heart, and then lift your left foot off the ground, heel towards sacrum. From there, we can reach the right arm back. You don't have to hold the foot. You could just reach in that general direction. If you can catch the foot, go for it, and explore pulling the heel in towards you to really get into the quadriceps. As an alternative, you could kick your foot against the hand to get more into the front of the hip. 3 more breaths. 2. And 1 more breath. And as you exhale, slowly let go. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, low plank chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bringing the feet together, raise the left leg on an inhale, point the foot. Exhale, tap the right heel. Inhale, raise it up, squeeze the midline. Exhale, tap the heel. As you raise that leg and point the foot, try to contract the buttock while hugging into the center. Then feel free to go double speed with a bit more momentum. Get that energy flowing. It's a good early morning approach. Almost as good as sprinting. 1 more lift of the leg. Exhale, left foot forward to lunge, stay on right toes. Inhale to rise up. Camera 1. Camera 1. On your exhale, tip forward over that front leg. And again, inhaling, come up, high lunge. And exhale, hinging forward, drawing the arm bones back. A few more to go. And last one. So inhale, high lunge, back foot flat for warrior 2. Turning towards that right side. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm reaching back. And then exhale, keeping the leg straight. You can take your left hand to your shin. I highly recommend the yoga block underneath the shoulder on the outside of your leg. And you're encouraging an outward rotation of your left hip. So just imagine that left sit bone scooping under. Camera 2. Head neutral or gaze up to the thumb. See how it feels to tear the mat apart with your feet for a moment. Try to stay really strong through the right heel. You might feel a nice stretch in that right hip. Camera 1. And then bending your front knee. Inhale up to warrior 2. Exhale, lunge on right toes. Take your right hand to the floor or a block. Left arm up. Great place to stay. Option 2, go onto the outer edges of the feet. Camera 2. And explore some circles with that top shoulder. And then lowering your left hand down, lunge on your right toes, slide the right foot back a little, and lower the knee for a moment. Place the yoga blocks underneath your forearms for gecko lunge. There is the option to keep that left foot flat or to keep it angled out. Both ways can work quite nicely. And then go ahead and straighten the right leg, turn on the pose. Explore pushing off the toes to go forward, and then reach back through the heel to explore that range in the left hip. It's like happy baby, but with a strengthening component, which is quite a bit like having your leg behind your head. A few more to go. And reaching back through the heel, hold the pose for 5 breaths. Try to keep that back leg straight, back knee lifted still. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lowering that back knee. You can take your hands down to the blocks. Dive forward for a moment and pick up that right foot. So the weight's on the front of the thigh bone instead of the actual kneecap. And then relift your heart. Left arm reaches back. Great place to stay, twisting towards the left. If you can catch the foot, go for it, pulling it in towards you. 5 breaths. And on your exhale, slowly let go. Take the hands to the floor, legs back to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. And bring the feet together. Lift your right leg up to the sky on an inhale. Bend the knee, make big circles with that right hip. Pressing the knee out to the right and then up to the sky. And transfer a bit more weight into your left hand. Try going onto the tips of your right fingers and pressing the knee up, holding the posture. Option 2, wild thing, landing the right toes off the mat. Start by stacking the shoulders like side plank. Option 3 is then turning the heart more towards the sky. Externally rotating that left shoulder, scrubbing the hand outwards. 3, 2, and 1. Back to downward dog. Raise the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward, lunging on back toes. Inhale, come all the way up, high lunge. Camera 1. Exhale, warrior 2, take a longer stance. Good. With an inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. And then exhale, reach the arm forward. You can take a yoga block just past your right toes and step your left foot a little bit closer for half moon. So there is the option to keep your toes down, just raising the heel only. Next phase, lift the left leg. Looking down, that bottom hand is a very useful focal point. The main thing is that the eyes find a single point of focus. Start to bend your standing leg, lift the heart, warrior 2 stance. And we'll make it a shorter warrior 2 than usual. Then prepare the left arm for battle, Kung Fu warrior. Everybody get that left hand ready? On your exhale, lunge on left toes, raising the heel. Press your left hip forward. Inhale, come back up and prepare. Exhale, lunging, left hip forward. Inhale, come up. 3 more to go. This is preparing us for a revolved side angle. Many ways to do it. So the next one, we'll take that left elbow as far outside of the leg as available, outside the thigh bone. Start with hands to prayer. Option 2, take the left fingertips down, right arm up and around the back. Option 3, binding, take the left arm under the leg, reaching for the right fingers or wrist. Option 4, raise the left heel, bringing the weight more forward. Option 5, lift the left leg. Option 6, levitate the entire body 5 feet from the floor. Bending your front knee, land the back foot, and we'll take the hands to the floor. Drop the left knee. You can slide it back a bit and walk the right foot over towards the left side for pigeon. The moment that I've at least been waiting for. Hopefully you're excited about it too. So you can go onto the outside of your thigh. 90-90 pigeon is a great option. Maybe you're folding over your foot, which is the leg behind the head range. Maybe you're folding more towards the right knee, more of a twisting action. Feel free to explore both those options dynamically, bringing the head towards one side and then the other. And then pause at your sweet spot. If you're feeling quite comfortable in that right hip, you can go ahead and straighten your left leg, turning the thigh bone inwards until the kneecap faces down, and then pressing down through your left toes, try to lift the left knee, straightening the back leg. Camera 2. And you're also welcome to make this pose as relaxed as you like. The more we can inch that left knee back in the straight leg form, the more it's exploring the full range in the hip. And with an inhale, slowly lift your head. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Walk the legs out. Take your time there. And we'll move through a vinyasa, rolling forward to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together, raise the left leg up, bend the knee, and make some big circles with that left hip. Pressing that left knee to the sky, transfer some more weight into your right hand, leaning right, and then try raising the left palm going onto fingertips. Option 2, move into wild thing, landing left toes, stacking the shoulders. Option 3, scrub the right hand clockwise to externally rotate it, turning the heart to the sky. 5 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Back to down dog. Raise the left leg on an inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, warrior 2. With an inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale from warrior 2, step a little closer with your back foot, reach forwards, and you might take a yoga block in front of your second toe. Pressing your fingers against that block, lift the heel or fully lift the right leg. Camera 1. Find a single point of focus for the eyes. Soften the jaw. Soften the forehead. Start to bend that standing leg, lifting the heart, and we'll land in a warrior 2, short warrior 2. And prepare for Kung Fu Warrior. Get that right hand ready. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lunge on right toes, raising the heel, spiraling the right leg in. Inhale to come up. And again, exhale, bracing the core, right hip forward. Inhale, come up. 3 more to go. And we'll take it all the way to a twist. Right arm outside the leg. Hands to prayer. Option to bring the back knee down. Maybe you're doing half bind with the left arm behind the back, turning the shoulder in, or full bind. Option to load up that front leg a little more, raising the heel, maybe lifting the leg. Camera 2. And very slowly land the back foot, and then take the hands to the floor. Drop the right knee, slide it back a little, and walk that left foot over to pigeon position. Going onto the outside of the shin, outside of the thigh. You can bend both knees 90. Lots of ways to adapt this posture. Take a breath in and explore bowing over your knee on an exhale. And come up again and explore bowing towards the foot on the exhale. And then pause at either of those points or anywhere between them. If there's more room to explore, try to straighten the right leg again, pressing down through the base of the toes, kneecap facing down. Again, that's totally optional, just a direction to play with. With an inhale, slowly come on up. Bend your back leg, lean over onto your left hand, and try bringing that right foot all the way across, half Lord of the Fishes twist. If for any reason this didn't work out, there's a lot of reasons it doesn't. Feel free to straighten your left leg and simply bring your right leg over top. And with an exhale, we'll twist, looking over that right shoulder. Use your other hand to pull the thigh in towards the belly, and then resist the thigh against your hand, steering the right sitting bone down. Inviting a stretch into that right hip. You might feel a bit of softening in the low back as well. Half or full bind are also options. Inhale back to center. And exhale, take hold of that right foot and explore a little cradle rock with that leg. So you have some options here. You can choose your own adventure. This is a power class, so I like to throw something ridiculous at people every power class. And now's that opportunity. So maybe it's a hip stretch. Maybe you're bringing your leg over your shoulder. If that's the case, you might explore straightening your leg and turning your heart away from it. And the third option is the arm balance, using your thumb to push the calf out of the way. Take your hands by your hips, left leg up, and then try leaning into your hands to get lift off. If you do get lift off, you can try crossing your left ankle over your right. Maybe swinging that left leg through for Ekapada. If the arms aren't too sweaty. Too sweaty. Good. Other side. So bring that left leg across, half Lord of the Fishes. Moving on. And twist, looking over your left shoulder. Squeezing the left shoulder blade to middle back. Good. 2 more breaths. Come back to that slow, deep breath. Relaxed face. Relaxed jaw. Inhaling, come back to center. Take hold of the left ankle. You can cradle rock the leg. It's a great way to work on your hip flexibility, very similar to Pigeon with a bit more movement. Option 2, left leg over shoulder, bent or straight. And then option 3, exploring the arm balance. Hands just in front of your hips. Try with right leg straight, and then throw the weight forward. Another great strategy to get a feel for the lift is pushing your right heel into the ground and then lifting the buttocks. Then you can try to drag the right heel back. That's going to help fire up a lot of those same things. I can't even show it today. I've had a stitch in my abdomen for like a week. No show today. Cool. So we'll bring the legs out in front now. Lay down onto your back, bend the knees. We'll make our way into full bridge position, looping the shoulders back into the floor. Lift your hips on an inhalation. Maybe you're interlacing the fingers, maybe you're catching the heels, and breathe. And with your exhale, slowly come on down. And I welcome you to explore full wheel, taking the hands underneath your shoulders. Use an exhale to lift the hips, and then pushing through the heel of the palm. Attempt to bend the knees a little bit more to press up. Once you're up there, you can try to straighten the legs. It does help to bend the knees initially as you're coming up. If there's any other back bend that you'd like to explore at this time, feel free to explore it. For those of you in wheel, lightly tap the top of the head down, pause for a breath, and inch your fingertips closer to your feet. And we'll come up for one last back bend. Full wheel again, or bridge. Camera one. And on your exhale, come all the way down. Draw the knees wide apart, sacrum to the floor. And then roll up to a seated position. And we'll take the right foot to the inner thigh, 90 degrees or more between the knees. Camera 2. Left hand to the bent knee. Inhale, right arm up, turning your heart towards that bent leg. Exhale, side bending over the straighter leg. Try to relax the lower back. Lengthen the right side body. Inhale, come on up. And then turning your heart towards your left leg. With an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, catch the left shin, foot, or take a strap around the foot. It's a great tool, holding the strap with both hands. Inhale, pull back to a straight spine, and then see how much you can straighten the leg. Exhale, stay tall or fold. Inhaling, lift the heart and look up. Exhale, letting go. Take that right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the hips, reach back through the left arm. This could be side body lengthening or back bending, just like a wild thing posture. And then very slowly come back to sitting. And we'll take the right leg out, left foot in. Turning the heart towards your bent knee. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, side bending over that straighter leg. Inhaling, come on up. Exhale, turn your heart towards the straighter leg. And with an inhale, reach up. Exhale, take hold of the right shin or foot, or use a yoga strap. Again, inhale, lift the heart, pulling back. And either stay tall or exhale to fold, your choice. In any pose like this where you're folding directly over a leg, you could always use the spinal wave, and pausing at any moment of the wave is a great posture. On your next inhale, look up. Exhale, take the left hand behind you. Inhale, reach back through the right arm. Take a few breaths. Long exhale, come back to sitting. And we'll make our way into relaxation. If there's any last posture you'd like to do before then, feel free. And if you would like to do a more supportive posture during relaxation, like supported fish or supported bridge, you're welcome to. Camera one. And as you sink into relaxation, start to let go of all technique. Relax the belly, relax the throat, and let go of all effort. Camera two. Thank you guys so much for practicing today. I won't keep you any longer. I've gone a little bit over the hour, but if you'd like to rest a little longer, be my guest. Thanks so much for practicing. Hope this served you well.